What's going on, Average Tech Guy here, and today we are back. More tech and more reviews, and this, friends, is the Google Pixel 5a 5G. Now that's a lot of stuff. We're just gonna call this the Google Pixel 5a. Most phones coming out now have 5G, so we're gonna omit that portion. This is a phone that was kinda alluded to and then scrapped and thrown back out of everybody's memory, and then all of a sudden, voila, here we go. So today, this is what we're gonna talk about. Let's check it out. So first off, you know, when you get a phone, you're gonna get the phone in the box. So we already know that. I've taken this phone out. I've been using it for a few days. I wanted to give you guys a full, my full thoughts on what this phone is, what it does, and who it is for. But in the box, you know, we got to just go through the box. You do get a SIM tray card, ejector, all that good stuff. And you get an 18-watt fast adapter. And you also get USB Type-C to C charging cable with that USB to USB Type-C adapter in the box. You get your normal instructions and stuff, and that is it. No headphones, no nothing. That's enough in the box. All right. Sliding this to the side, this is the phone itself. Now, the phone is actually called Mostly Black, but if you've seen pictures online, and if you can kind of see it in my hands, it really has a greenish hue to it. Kind of looks green. And then what I really appreciated about this phone is that those are little bitty grooves on this power button right there. Volume rockers right here. The little bitty power button grooves allow you to realize what you're touching. Like, you put your hand down in your pocket really quick, you know that you got the power button. Not smooth. Then you got the headphone jack up top. Hooray for the headphone jack, because some people still actually use this, and it is one of the more solid choices, because Bluetooth is cool, Bluetooth is good, but sometimes you got a wired set of headphones and you want to use them, and you can't on any other phone except for this one right now and the one from last year, and we'll talk about that later. But you do have stereo speakers. You also have USB Type-C charging. You got your dual camera on the back, your fingerprint sensor, and your good old Google logo down on the bottom. And that's pretty much it. This is the same phone from last year, people. Let's talk about what is actually new though. It does have this IP67 water resistance rating now. So water resistance as well as dust proof. Has that new color. It does have a 2-day battery life on this thing, and the 2-day battery life is like, it's true. Now I will say I lightly used this, put it down, lightly used it another day, put it down, and it still had the battery. What I will say is, if you're a heavy power user, it's probably not going to last that full 2 days, but you got to be like super power hungry on this device. It does have a new battery, 4680 on the milliamp hours. So that's a big improvement from last year. And the price is probably one of the best features about this, is because you can pick this thing up for $449. So this is a great entry point if you're looking to get into the smartphone game. Has a really responsive screen, nice and intuitive. No issues there. Speakers sound really good on this. This thing actually has 128 gigabytes of memory, has 6 gigs of RAM, so that's plenty for the average consumer to be able to use and get anything done throughout the day. You're still going to be able to send those emails, you're going to be able to take those phone calls, you're going to be able to take those text messages, everything that you would normally do on a phone, this thing is going to do it, and then some. It actually has a 6.34-inch display, so this is awesome enough and big enough for you to just about anybody to use, and it's not too big because of how the screen is laid out. If you see, the screen actually goes from edge to edge. You do have a hole punch camera right there up in the corner. Your main shooter on here is a 16 megapixel, and you do have that nice ultra wide camera. All right, so let's check that camera out really quick. You're just gonna double tap over here. Boom, there you go. So camera comes on, and please forgive that shutter lag. It's just really crazy trying to do a camera on a camera. But basically, normally you would see that, and if you go to your wide mode, boom, it goes out. And it's gonna allow you to get more things in that photo, just like so. And then you got the zoom in there, all that good stuff. Google is known for having one of the best stock cameras, and the stock Android experience is also probably one of the best. It's nice, it's clean, and you don't have to worry about all that bloatware from your provider being on here. Now, one of the biggest things I really like about this is the quickness on that fingerprint scanner. So fingerprint scanner's on the back. I'm just gonna touch it, boom. It's wide open, so no issues on the fingerprint scanner, and I actually have 2 fingers in there at the moment. There we go. It's seamless. It pretty much hits the mark every single time. So one of the best features about it is that fingerprint scanner, then this high resolution screen, and the intuitiveness and the quickness of that screen. Like, it's really snappy, really quick. And then one other thing that you really don't think about, but is multitasking. So if you hold up on your app tray, and then let's say you actually want to split that screen. We're gonna go to the Play Store, and then we're gonna open up YouTube. So in YouTube, we got this open, and we can scroll through YouTube and go to the Play Store. And if we go to the Play Store, and let's say we find something we like, I don't know what that is, that's a book, and we scroll through here and we see a video that we like, we can just click on that video while we're doing other business up top, and you got that true multitasking right there. So it's really, really nice to get a real multitask on a phone. Hint, hint, Apple. Like, no, I'm not gonna pick at Apple. This is a great device. 449 bucks. The textured button, the fingerprint scanner, the wide camera, the ultra wide pictures. This is actually a great phone. For the price of $449, you're gonna get 128 gigabytes of hard drive. You get 6 gigs of RAM. You get a 6.34-inch display. You get IP67 dust and water resistance. You get a 2-day battery life. You get a headphone jack. You get USB Type-C charging. You get stereo speakers. You get a nice fluid screen. You get multitasking, true multitasking. You get the Android stock experience. Like, that's probably one of the biggest things about this is no bloatware. Like, if you don't know what bloatware is, look in your phone, look at your providers, and see what you got on there. From Verizon, from AT&T, from Sprint, that's bloatware. None of that stuff is on here. It's not hindering. And when you get an update, this is going to be one of the first phones to actually get those newest updates. So like I said, I can't really say enough about it. It has Gorilla Glass on the front. You don't have to worry about easy bumps and scrapes, and you can actually put a case on it. I should be getting some cases in very shortly for this device, so stay tuned for that. I'll show you some protection that you can put on it. But it looks really green in the sun. It's kind of hard, it's a little darker in here, but it looks green. It is mostly black though, but I can't say enough about it. It's a great device, especially if you're starting out into the Google or the Android world. I think this is a great starter. And you can also pick up the one from last year. Like I said, pretty much the same device, other than the water and dust rating, the new color, the new battery, and that price point. That's pretty much it. Everything else pretty much stayed exactly the same. You get a great stock Android experience at a fraction of the price of some of the bigger boys, and you're going to be guaranteed to get some of those updates first before anybody else. This is it. This is the Google Pixel 5a 5G. I said I wasn't going to say it again, but I did. But that's pretty much it. A great little phone at a great price, and I think it's one that you probably should go and pick up if you're in the market for a budget phone with all the bells and whistles, with one exception, which would be that wireless charging. It does not support wireless charging, so just keep that in mind. But other than that, it's a great phone. I've been using it for a few days, and I can't say enough about it. Hopefully this has been able to help someone out. This phone will be available later on next week. I think it comes out around the 27th or so, 26, 27. Go check it out. Until next time, be sure to continue to hit that big thumbs up, and please subscribe. Average Tech Guy out. Peace.